Welcome, everybody, to It Tastes Different Gaming News. The appetizer today, Diablo Immortal. The boss says it's just fine. He feels really good about it. So the Blizzard boss Mike Ybarra, I hope I pronounced it right, has defended the game's launch and its controversial monetization, citing its high app store review. It's the most enjoyed game, blah, blah, blah. You know, the typical run of the world BS, talk. He says, and I'm going to try not to laugh, but he says the game is built so players could literally do 99.5% of everything in the game for free while still getting a full Diablo experience. The monetization comes in at the end of the game, Ybarra told the outlet. Okay, I did it without laughing. That's just bullcrap. We can all attest to that. Go back, watch our review, what we thought. That kind of pisses me off. That's just such a load of crap. Let's go with Pat. And Pat, why don't you tell me why he is full of crap?
Well, he's full of crap because he said the vast majority of players are not spending the money in the game. So what you're telling me is you have whales spending $24 million in your game in the first 2 weeks? I call bullshit, is what I call. They're never going to release their numbers or anything like that because it's just not going to. The game is a cash grab. Talking about the 99.5% or whatever yank number he's coming out with is bullshit. I mean, the game literally starts hounding you to buy shit right after your first dungeon run. We finished the first dungeon run. Spend $1 to get better loot. Bitch, I'm fucking 10. You're going to want me to buy loot that's going to be worthless in 20 levels? Come on. It's a stupid cash grab, and we all know this. I am sick of these guys thinking that everybody is sheep. I mean, some people are sheep. They're just spending money for this, but don't kid yourself, guys. Ybarra's an idiot. Or Ybarra's not an idiot. He thinks everybody else is an idiot. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing going, no, you don't have to pay for this. You can do 99.5%. Yeah, if you had 1,000 years to play this game, of course. Of course you could do it all without just that little bit of hint to push you over the edge. If you had unlimited life to play this game and unlimited time. Yeah, of course you can. That's everybody's claim to these online mobile games, right? You can eventually do it. It's just going to take you your lifetime plus about 10 other people's lifetimes to do it. So these guys are kidding. This guy really thinks that everybody's an idiot. I mean, that's what it boils down to. In my opinion, the game hounds you. Well, not my opinion, but for fact, the game starts hounding you the first time you run a rift or a dungeon. Hey, you need to socket these items to get better items out of this rift. Or they don't call them rifts, but whatever. To run these dungeons. You can get better equipment if you socket 3 of these in here. Now, if you socket 3 of these really, really good ones, we're going to give you a chance to get an epic legendary gem quicker.
Chance,
yeah. It's chance. It's loot box is what this stuff is. And I really over this type of stuff. At least tell me it's a pineapple when you're shoving it up my ass, and don't tell me it's freaking chocolate cake or something, Come on, guys. This is Blizzard. They need to get that cash grab. Whatever. Nick, what do you think about Ybarra thinking that everybody's a sheep and that you can play 99.5% of the game without ever spending a dime?
Yeah, how do you like your pineapple?
I like mine chocolate covered.
I like mine with some cherries. Tropical. Yeah, I mean, this is all corporate speak, I mean, he's got to put a pretty face on that car wreck. So, it's exactly that, the problem with these games and games like Diablo Immortal and mobile games in general, they're really bad at, bringing in the worst. I wouldn't say the worst kind of person, but I mean, like a person who has a bad, disease of gambling, right? An addiction, I should say. That's it. A gambling addiction, right? They bring in those with a gambling addiction, because that's all this game is a gambling addiction. It's basically your pulling the slot machine and watching those numbers rotate to hope to get that jackpot. And, sure, if you, even at a casino, if you put enough money into the machine, you're eventually going to hit it, right? That's like playing the lottery. If you buy enough tickets, eventually you're going to at least win something at some point. It may not be the millions, but it's definitely going to be something. So, and that's the way this works too. I mean, yeah, all the monetization happens at in-game. I mean, that's what Diablo is in-game, right? I mean, when you play Diablo, you play through it to get to in-game, and in-game is where the game really starts. That's where you start having fun, where you go through the rifts and you start redoing content and to get better loot and various things like that. That's the whole point of Diablo. And so, yeah, of course you're going to put all your monetization there, but Patrick's right. The game does start hounding you the first time you get out of a dungeon, and once you buy $1 chest, and then those chests, once you buy that $1 chest, the next chest is more expensive, and so on and so forth. Now, I never bought anything, but that's basically how it goes. Once you buy the first $1 chest, those chests, all of them, if you don't spend a dime, they're all $1. But once you spend $1 on one, the next one's $2 and the next one's $3 and so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, of course it's going to stay afloat, and of course it's doing well. All mobile games, for some stupid reason, people want to just throw all their money at them. I mean, playing Diablo Immortal, any type of mobile game with this type of monetization is like, you might as well just take all your life savings, drive up to Blizzard, and just throw them wads of cash. I mean, that's the game you're playing. It's the drive to Blizzard and throw them bags of money. It's the Scrooge McDuck in them, they're swimming around in their gold coins, and you're just like throwing the money into the bin, right? I mean, that's all you're really doing, and you're not getting anything out of it besides quick and easy satisfaction, right? For you, it's that adrenaline, endorphin type of feeling of this satisfaction that you're getting for doing these types of things, and it makes you feel good. It's a drug, really, right? And that's all it is. For those that gamble, it's a drug in the sense that it makes them feel good to have that rush and that, looking at those trying to win and various things like that, and they end up spending all the money that they ever owned. And these companies, much like casinos and mobile games and all these things that do these heavy monetization, they're just there to take your cash and take your money. And that's really what they're saying here. Mike Ybarra, he's got to put a happy face, like I said, on this car wreck here. It's a car wreck and everyone's like, oh my God. And he's like, no, it's great. Look, and so of course he does. I mean, he has to. You can't come out and say this game is shit. Look at all this stupid stuff we put in there. And he's got to put some sort of happy face on it. But everybody that plays it knows it's true. And the unfortunate thing, it's successful, which means that future Blizzard games are going to follow the same type of monetization. And that's what makes me worried about Diablo 4. I'm afraid Diablo 4 is going to follow suit with some sort of wildly crazy monetization. And any Blizzard game, once they got the money eyes, their eyes, like in the cartoons, their eyes turn to dollar signs. That's all they see. Now they're just blinded by the money. But what do you think, Shane?
Yeah, it saddens me greatly to hear just so much bull crap come out of one person. I mean, I understand as a business, you do have to give it a little bit of a spin, but that's just straight lying. Pat's right. You're an hour into it and you're being bombarded with buy me, buy me, buy me. And you're not buying anything but opportunities. That's what really sucks, is I got the chance to get something really awesome. But the chances in there, I can't remember. We talked about the odds a while back, and just they're ridiculously stupid. It's just a bold-faced lie. The game is fun, and that's what makes the game so hated by me too, because there's so much Diablo-esque to it, but it's just beaten to death by buy me, buy me, buy me. And then when you hit mid 20s, mid 20s, early 30s on level, it's just you slow down so much on everything, on your pickups and stuff like that, and just basically are non-existent for anything good. Leveling up is a disaster. No. So his 99.5%, he can suck my butthole. I mean, that's ridiculous. He can eat that pineapple out of Pat's ass for all I care. I am I mean, that's just a flat lie.
I'll get him a spoon.
Oh no, buddy. He's going in hands free.
A spork. Hands free. I say he might be a spork, but yeah, hands free. There you go. Face first. Spines and all.
Damn
Face
right.
eat that pineapple. But yeah.
Damn right. It sucks. I mean, because on review, the gameplay itself is pretty solid for a mobile game, but it's everything that's around it is what hurts that game so much. And Nick is right. What are they going to do with Diablo 4? I mean, how are they going to screw their community over with it? It's a very worrisome thing. I mean, like Nick said, they get that money, guys. That's it. Morality, common sense, that's all out the window. I mean, it's unfortunate. That's just the direction this is going to go. But hopefully Diablo 4 will not have these issues. Hopefully when they release it, it won't be buy me on everything. Cosmetic stuff I have no problem with, even in mobile. That's fine. But when they actually hinder you in the game to where you damn near have to buy these boxes and stuff for the chances to get better everything, that's just wrong. It's just wrong. And like Nick said, it's a gambling thing. It's an addiction thing. And it hurts people, but they just don't care. I mean, so.
Right. It's a competition thing too, right? You got to be all powerful. You got to be better than the other player. You got to level up faster. You got to get Paragon faster. You got to get Greater Rift to 80 done. I mean, that's just what they're preying on. They're preying on people who are gamblers, have an addictive personality with things like that, and people who have that pay to win mentality. It's like, I got to be the first, and to be the first, I'm going to spend whatever it takes, and that's what they're catering to. And I'm sorry, but this game is it is a fun game. It was really fun when it started out, but you've hit your first dungeon and they're like, limited time offer. Every day you log in, it drives you to the item store by giving you a free item, a free chest in the item shop. You have to go into the item shop to get it so you can see all the specials and everything. I mean, it'd be one thing if this game had a cosmetic shop like some of the other Blizzard games do, Cool. Go buy yourself a set of wings, whatever. Cool. But you cannot lock progression like they have behind a paywall and expect people to be happy about it. I'm not happy about it. And I have stopped playing. Our review ended and I uninstalled it from my phone. I'm like, I'm done. It was a fun game, but I'm not getting sucked into paying some money because I hit that progression wall that I need to get over the hump of. And I'm not going to let it suck me into that. Blizzard's made great games, but they're going about things all the wrong way anymore. I was a little leery when they released the cosmetic shop for WoW back in the day. I'm like, here we go. Items I can't get in the game. I have to go if I want that cool little pet or those cool little wings, or I want that cool little thing, that cool mount. I got to go to their item shop and pay it. And then to entice people over, they started doing, we've got a limited time pet for charity. We're going to donate. Who knows what they donated? They may have been great. They may have donated 100% of proceeds to charity, but in my mind, all I saw was we donate proceeds to charity. And my brain went, yeah, you would donate 10% of your freaking whatever to charity, because that's the way that stuff looks. It's like, it's just a cash grab. And now they've decided we like what Fortnite and PUBG and all these guys have done in mobile. So we're going to do it so we can get some of that mobile money, So to me, it's a dirty, dirty industry. And it's there to prey on people and their emotions and their addictions and things like that. And Blizzard should be ashamed of themselves for that. I really wish, I really hate that these words are even coming out of my mouth, but there needs to be some governmental oversight on the loot box thing. I'm sorry, but the industry cannot police itself. Obviously, they're proving it. EA, Blizzard, all these people have proven that they cannot police themselves when it comes to loot boxes and random chance items. I mean, Diablo itself is known as the ultimate RNG game. And now they're taking that into the real world by RNGing the money that you're going to spend on something. We're randomly saying you could get something. And that is gambling. And I'm surprised they're getting away with it. But, I hate that those words are even coming out of my mouth. But the gaming industry has a problem right now with loot boxes, and it's that they can't police themselves. If they could police themselves and get away and not do it, fine, you don't need for regulation, but they've already proven that they can't. They're preying on people's addictive personalities and things like that.
Yeah.
And it needs some governmental oversight, unfortunately.
I hate to say it, but you're right. Loot boxes, fine. That's gambling, fine. You got to be 21 or over. There. If you're going to take your mom's credit card on chances, that's gambling. So fine, 21 and over. Loot boxes.
No, I think loot boxes just need to go away because you can't gamble online. Gambling online is illegal.
I wish they would, but they're not. But it is gambling, and around here you got to be 21 to gamble.
I am all for if they want to have an item shop. I'm all for it, right? But what they have to do is like any game is you pay money to receive said item. You don't pay money to receive items to give you a chance to get said item. It's like, I want that gem. I'm going to pay for that gem. Okay, cool. Not I'm going to pay for chances for that gem. That is gambling, in my opinion. And that is dirty, underhanded, tricky garbage. And Blizzard is preying on that. If you want that cool little follow you around pet or that cool mount or whatever, you want that cool armor and they want to sell it as part of their item shop for a mobile game, cool. Because that's kind of what Fortnite has done that some of these others have done, right? The items that you're getting in that game are purely like cosmetic or purely you're buying a specific item. You're not buying a chance for something. You're buying that specific item. And even the games that I don't even like that you buy, some of these games have loot boxes to where you want this armor, you buy this pack for a chance to get this. That's dirty and wrong. That's gambling. You need to just say, you want this, it's $5. You want this, it's $10. You want this, it's $20. Whatever. That would go over more easier for me than by them saying, you want that legendary gem? Buy these items to use in rifts that's going to give you a chance. And we guarantee you after you spend $100 and you don't get a gem, spend another 30 and we'll guarantee there's a 90% chance.
I forgot about that.
It seems sleazy as all get out. It is like that sleazy dude that's hitting on the girl in the bar,
Nick.
trying to buy her drinks all night to get her drunk and take her home. That's what Blizzard's doing out there. They're like 30% of the time it works every time. That's
shit.
It's the used cars salesman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mike Ybarra is definitely Mike you bullshit. So unfortunately, this is one of those topics we could hit and bash on all damn night. But we better get out of here. You guys got anything else you'd like to say about Mr. Ybarra?
Suck it, Ybarra. I got chocolate covered pineapple for you.
I'll bring the sport. All right. Guys, thanks for listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit those notifications. Give us your feedback. What do you think about Diablo itself? What do you think about these comments from Mr. Ybarra? Give us your thoughts and opinions on all this. And make sure you hit those notifications and tell your friends. And we will see you next time. See ya.